KYRGIOS jokes about Alcaraz and Raducanu's relationship. I think it's a love triangle. Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu are becoming the hottest couple at Wimbledon 2025. Their relationship, which is creating a buzz, has even reached tennis experts, such as Nick Kyrgios, who joked about a love triangle involving Jack Draper as the star guest of the trending duo. Social media erupts every time Carlos Alcaraz and Emma Raducanu interact, and this hype has reached tennis pundits covering the tournament, such as Kyrgios for TalkSport. The Australian, known for his peculiar sense of humor, commented on the off-court topic of the moment at Wimbledon 2025, this duo formed by the Spaniard and the Brit. I think it's a love triangle between Carlos Alcaraz, Emma Raducanu, and Jack Draper. About the relationship, the Aussie said, I think it's a love triangle between Carlos Alcaraz, Emma Raducanu, and Jack Draper, as reported by Mirror. They are fighting over Raducanu, I'm not sure, he added jokingly about Alcaraz and Draper. Speaking more seriously, Kyrgios said, I don't know who's making her happy. According to the Australian, tennis fans love a love story and love trying to pair them together, referring to the fact that many fans are constantly shipping Alcaraz and Raducanu as a couple. Carlos Alcaraz schools student Oliver Tarvett, avoiding another scare at Wimbledon. Carlos Alcaraz's road to his third consecutive Wimbledon title continues smoothly after his second-round win against Englishman Oliver Tarvett. The local player, with experience at the University of San Diego, put up a fight in the second set, but eventually fell 6-1, 6-4, 6-4 when the Spaniard shifted gears. Coming from college tennis, Tarvett entered as world number 719 in the ATP rankings, a misleading position due to his limited experience in point-earning tournaments despite his strong collegiate background. He was given a wild card into the tournament, made it through qualifying, and stunned Swiss player Leandro Riti in the first round. Carlos Alcaraz wasted no time in avoiding upsets, aware of how 4 top 10 seeds had already been eliminated in the first round of this edition of Wimbledon. Alexander Zverev, Lorenzo Musetti, Holger Rune, and Daniil Medvedev were all ousted early, serving as a serious warning to the remaining contenders. Alcaraz made no mistakes in the opener. The world number 2 also had to fight hard in a thriller against Fabio Fognini and showed in the first set against Tarvett that he wasn't planning to struggle against a rookie. He didn't give the Brit a chance, winning 6-1 while Tarvett barely managed to hold his second serve and couldn't convert any break points despite having chances. The second set told a different story, with Oliver Tarvett proving he had done his homework. He held serve in the opening game and surprised Alcaraz by converting his 9th break point to go up 2-0, thrilling a crowd eager to see a homegrown talent challenge the Spanish favorite. Tarvett even shouted "Vamos!", showing he'd clearly been a fan of Rafa Nadal. That fired up the 2-time Wimbledon champ, who broke back at love for 2-1. The battle stayed tight until 4-4, after which Carlitos stepped up and took the last 2 games to claim the set 6-4 and head into the third with greater confidence. The third set opened evenly, until Alcaraz earned a break for 4-3. Though Tarvett held his last service game with strong crowd support, the Spaniard didn't falter and closed the match to book his spot in the third round. Novak Djokovic can't hold back and makes a big revelation about Carlos Alcaraz. No one expected it. Djokovic reveals an unexpected detail about the final Carlos Alcaraz played a few days ago at Wimbledon. Novak Djokovic will debut this Tuesday at the All England club aiming to win his 25th Grand Slam title. The Serbian is looking for his 8th Wimbledon crown, a tournament where he's consistently performed at his best. Excitement is high across the tennis world, with everyone expecting a strong showing from the world number 1. Before his first match, Djokovic reflected on the recent Grand Slam final between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at Roland Garros. The Serb admitted he missed the start of the match due to family commitments. He was out with his family when his companions insisted on returning home to watch the match. An unforgettable match. Once he began watching, Djokovic said he went from being neutral to fully emotionally involved. Initially just a fan watching casually, he soon became so invested he began sweating and feeling tension. Djokovic described the match as one of the best he's ever seen, highlighting the impressive physical and mental level of both players. According to him, it was an unforgettable match that showcased extraordinary tennis. His admiration for the new generation is crystal clear. For the Serbian, watching these intense duels is a source of motivation. He clarified that it's not envy he feels, but inspiration. He wants to keep training and competing in equally demanding matches. Wimbledon, the perfect stage for a new chapter. The new generation, led by Alcaraz and Sinner, is delivering a spectacle worthy of legends. Djokovic sees this as a chance to keep pushing tennis to new heights. He hopes to be part of more thrilling 5-set matches. With this mindset, Djokovic arrives at Wimbledon hungry for victory and full of ambition. His experience and ability to handle big challenges make him one of the favorites. The Grand Slam season is in full swing, and fans eagerly await his center court debut. Djokovic, a favorite at Wimbledon. It's my best chance to win Grand Slam number 25. The Serbian can never be ruled out of any title chase, especially not at Wimbledon, where he's reached 6 consecutive finals, though he lost the last 2 to Alcaraz. Novak Djokovic is the last active member of the Big Three, with Nadal and Federer now retired. At 38 years old, he plans to keep playing, at least until the 2028 Olympic Games. He's not in peak form, finding it harder to dominate, and has been ousted early in some tournaments, looking a step behind Sinner and Alcaraz. Still, he keeps breaking records, with 100 career titles, including a record 24 Grand Slams and 40 ATP Masters 1000 trophies. Now comes Wimbledon, where he's won 7 times, including 4 straight titles. He hasn't missed a final since 2018. But in the last 2, 2023 and 2024, he lost to Alcaraz. Djokovic knows this Wimbledon 2025 could be his last real chance at winning Grand Slam number 25 and pulling away from Nadal's 22. Wimbledon might be my best shot to win Grand Slam number 25 because of my results here and how I've felt and performed in recent years, he told L'Équipe. Alcaraz, the first match of a tournament is never easy. The Mercian needed almost 5 hours to beat Fabio Fognini. Carlos Alcaraz knows he must improve if he wants to keep progressing at Wimbledon. The Spaniard needed 4 hours and 37 minutes to beat Fabio Fognini, world number 130, but extended his winning streak to 19 matches. He hasn't lost since April 20th. While not disappointed, Carlitos is well aware there's room for growth. Fognini's level surprised many, even asking for Alcaraz's shirt at the end. To be honest, I don't know why this is his last Wimbledon, because with the level he showed, he could play for 3 or 4 more years. I have to value what he's done. He's a great player and showed his talent today. I'm sad this is his last Wimbledon, but I'm happy I've shared the court and locker room with him many times, said Alcaraz warmly. The Spaniard also reflected on his own performance, which was far from the dominance he displayed at Queen's. Playing the first match of a tournament is never easy, especially on center court. I played well on grass in Queen's, but Wimbledon is different, and I felt it. I tried my best, but I know I can do better, and I will. Overall, it was a good match. He wasn't entirely disappointed but acknowledged his areas of improvement. I need to improve, serving is a big weapon on grass. I want to keep enjoying being at Wimbledon. When asked about his next opponent, the young British player Oliver Tarved, Alcaraz first addressed the home crowd. I know it's not going to be personal, laughs. Then, he showed he'd already done his research. When he qualified, I learned he plays college tennis and has been doing well on grass. He deserves it and is playing great. I'll have to bring my best. Fognini before playing Alcaraz, my son called me and said he wanted to come. Fabio Fognini doesn't usually give many interviews, but facing Carlos Alcaraz in his last Wimbledon match deserved it. The Italian, proud of what he's achieved in his career, spoke to as an AFA before what could be his final match on center court at the All England club. He said playing Alcaraz made him very happy and that his children would be in the stands. My son called me and said he wanted to come watch, and when we saw Alcaraz earlier, I told him not to say hi because he's my opponent tomorrow. My son got fired up. Fognini laughed in a light-hearted chat with the media. Revealed, the serious problem with Carlos Alcaraz that no one imagined. Normally, when Carlitos plays Queens, the court is brand new. But this year, with the WTA Queens event held the week before the ATP tournament, the grass is already worn. The women played on it first, and the same grass was reused. This means the court is slower than what he'll find at Wimbledon, where the grass is freshly laid. As last year's champion, Alcaraz had the honor of opening center court at the All England club, which was in perfect condition. The fresh grass is faster than worn courts, where the visible dirt and flattened surface make rallies longer. That's what's happening at Queens. Nadal has famously been upset early at Wimbledon by lesser players like Steve Darcy, Dustin Brown, or Lucas Rosol, all of whom used short, explosive games on fast grass. That's the trap for Alcaraz, playing his warm-up event on already worn grass. The 5-time Grand Slam winner will need luck in the draw to avoid a big server who could trouble him on the quick surface that will gradually slow down. Not being fully adapted could cost him, especially with main rival Jannik Sinner playing in Halle, on a completely fresh surface. In any case, Carlitos made his decision and now must stick with it. His debut against Adam Walton was very convincing, and he looked eager to make noise on grass again. His next rival will be Jaume Munar, a player historically uncomfortable on grass, though much improved this season. Alcaraz is chasing his second Queen's title to equal Feliciano Lopez.